need to fix it for them.
But if you disagree with what they're doing, why don't you try and fix it?
We've tried.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, all right. So you don't want to. You don't want to dap. You don't want to put it on the docket. So what?
Yeah,
What
yeah. I
next?
would love for you guys to go slap their pee-pee, to be honest with you. That's all they need. It's a pee-pee slap.
Okay.
Trust me. That's it.
Right. So you have issues with them pulling off of the scenes when. Okay, that's fair enough. If they're getting away from, criminals are getting away, that's an issue. I agree. All right. Fair enough. I agree. We can have a talk to them about that. I'm going to ask you a question. Why did you take over this? Why are you taking over the scenes when they come to the jurisdiction? If you're not even on the scene.
Because they're in our jurisdiction. Per legislation, we can.
No, no,
Two,
no. I'm not. That's not what I asked.
yeah.
I'm not saying just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? I'm
Yeah.
asking why.
Because the last 2 months when we've asked for 77s down here in the South for, the most minimal situations, they've never been down here to help us. So why the fuck would I let them lead a scene down here in the city?
Okay, so they haven't been down here for 77s. Why is that?
Because they're being petty.
Okay, why are they being petty? Do you think?
That is none of my business. That is 8C versus 8C. I don't know what the fuck they got going on. You got to talk to them about that.
Okay. And that's been going on for 2 months.
A month and a half. I feel like I about a month. I feel like I over-exaggerated.
Was that since the announcement from Moss about the jurisdiction thing?
Yeah, it's been since the. I started taking over scenes, I think, last week. Well, that one was kind of like after a conversation with Cassidy when he says he's gonna pick and choose which 77 he's gonna go to and not pursue. He's just gonna take the hostage, and I felt like that was the biggest. I was like, okay, well, if you're just gonna pick and choose, then all right, say less. So I just kind of matched his energy there.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like, yeah.
It's a complete petty situation. It didn't need to be to this point. It got to the point where I can't even do TRT operations because I wasn't allowed to have operators down here from BCSO.
Okay, so you're saying you don't trust BCSO to act as law enforcement? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think it's not that I don't trust them. I don't think they're not going to allow their deputy, because there's deputies that come down here and actually help us out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be wrong for me to say that, that's not what that'd be wrong to say BCSO can't do their jobs. They definitely don't do their jobs because their high command won't let them do their jobs. So
okay,
when your LT is telling you to pull off a fucking pursuit, that's crazy.
Right, so let's say, they're coming into the city and on a pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
If they can do their jobs like you say they can, why take over that scene? If they're perfectly capable of doing their jobs.
Dark, are you missing the point here, brother?
I'm not. I'm trying to get information from. I'm trying to learn as to how the situation has come to be. I understand you can do it, but okay. I'm trying to understand why. If they can do it, why are you doing it? Other than to be paid, right?
So, the portion of when Cassidy said they're gonna pick and choose which 77s to go to, and not letting deputies come down here to help us out. None of that got your attention. Only when I take control.
No, I heard what Cassidy did, but that doesn't explain why you're doing what you're doing. Are you saying because he's doing a bad thing, you should do a bad thing too?
I don't think my thing's a bad thing. I think his is completely bad. Mine is just me doing my job. Just because I can, doesn't mean I should, but I can and I will. Simple.
Okay. I listen. I personally don't think answering petty with petty is gonna make this UPD work any better.
But there's no UPD currently. They could keep saying UPD. It's a facade. Is that the word? It's a facade. What's
A
the word? What's the word?
facade. A facade.
Yeah, there it
Yeah.
is. It's that word. Yeah, there it is. No UPD. I'm just being honest.
Right, but there should be.
I wish there was. I wish there was. I wish it was. When you're two sheriffs, when there's a sheriff and an undersheriff voting, asking deputies to vote, like they're not the fucking leaders. Excuse my language. I apologize for cursing. You know, it's just something very, it's been bothering me for a long time. When there's two sheriffs that are voting for the deputies for, oh, how would you guys feel if we just stay up north and not do anything? What the fuck are we doing? Are you not a leader? Are you not the sheriff? Why the fuck why do they have to vote on helping us out with 77 calls? What does that mean?
I have no idea, then. I'll be honest. I don't know what that's about.
Thank you. And they voted twice. They voted twice. The first time it was 40-4 to stay up north. Then this time, I guess it was close. It was like 21-16 or 21, like some shit. So what the fuck? Like, what's the point of you being a sheriff? That's not how a company works. That's not how a department works. There's always a boss at the end. If you, the state marshals are the highest institute within the law enforcement in the state, correct? If you tell me, listen, man, we need people at the let's just say humane labs to fucking protect somebody. Guess what we're gonna do? I might be dealing with my own shit, but guess what? I need to help you out because that's how you are. At the end of the day, you're the boss.
Yeah, 100%.
Simple.
This chain of command, right?
That's it. So what the fuck is this? Oh, let me ask my deputies how they feel about this. Shut the fuck up and just do the job.
I think I agree with you when it comes to, the job, but at the same time, asking the people that work under you how they want to do things is also part of being a leader. So, that's not unheard of.
Yeah, but when it's something like that, when people are not doing their jobs to the point where, how is it voting to not do your job and voting to do? How is that even like what? That doesn't make any sense.
I think that the issue is, and what I've heard is, the problem is that even this is trickled down from the top, and when both parties of high command are getting in rooms and like screaming at each other and not getting along, then that's trickled down to deputies and officers, and that's not a good thing. And
right.
And it's not going to change until that fixes it at the top. But it it's difficult for me to stand here and listen to you say, I wish there was a UPD, and in the same breath say, I'm basically being petty because somebody else did something that I didn't like, right?
It's not somebody else did something. They controlled the whole situation to where it fucked up my subdivision.
Okay, what's this then? Explain. Okay, what happened there?
I told you, they wouldn't let operators come down and do their jobs. We had ops, they wouldn't let people come down and do their jobs.
Okay, so they literally said that they couldn't come down?
Yes, they pulled them off.
Okay, that's okay. So they ordered them not to respond to your stuff?
No, they ordered them back to Blaine County.
Okay. And who did that?
That was, I think, Dakota at the time. Dakota or Cassidy, one of them at the time. And if I want you to look at incident report. 99. Wait. 9919.
This is spicy.
The first one says it clear cut as day.
Then took over scene, being left. Shiesty
There's another
incorrectly
situation from yesterday. They still
charges
haven't put up a
suspects with
report
robbery
for
of
it
a low security
because they're
institution,
being
despite
they're
this
being
charge no
stupid.
longer
They're
applying
not
to
even being petty at
24/7
this point.
robberies.
We found somebody's car. One of my officers had to put a report for it. I have to talk to them about it. I'm not sure if it got deleted. It came into the city from a 90. We VAF'd it. It was a final VAF on the vehicle. We don't have the report from them.
Okay. Have you gone to any of the members of command for that report or anything like that?
They ignore me and they don't listen to me. So once again, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna ask you. All they need is a pee-pee slap to do their fucking jobs. Because guess what, Dark? We go up there, they take control of a scene. Guess what we do? We help them and listen to, we ask them, where do you need us to go? It's simple. We don't have a pride down here.
So you say, so that doesn't, so you say that doesn't happen when they come down here?
No, when we go up there, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Like when we go up there, we support them. Like yesterday, Jimbo took over a scene. Guess what? Hey, listen, how do you want this pursuit order to go? Boom, we went about our business. They come down here, we take over a scene, they break off. Please let me know, and I hope to God there's no biasness here. I hope, because people tend to beat around the bush and says, oh yeah, there's no bias. I'm seeing it from both sides, but it's a lot of bullshit also, because I can smell bullshit.
I mean, this is the first time hearing of any of this. I'll be honest, other than the announcement this morning. So there ain't no bias from me.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm not going to take your word as gospel neither. I'm going to,
of course,
get everything from everybody I can, and same goes for all of the marshals. So,
I just asked for a casual pee-pee slap and call it a day. That is it. That is it. I don't need nothing further. I don't need somebody to be, oh my God, you're looking to get fired. I don't need none of that, because I feel like a conversation from you guys can fix this and tell them to do their fucking jobs.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we'll have a look at it. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna promise anything, because I want to make sure.
I don't need you to promise me anything. That I want you to see all. At this point, I want you to be on the radio when I take over these scenes and watch them break off. It's not like I'm taking over the scene and saying, yeah, you go do. No, I say, listen, I think Miller was on the radio with me the other day. I was like, the 444 is taking over the scene. Just continue pursuing as usual. That's it. They broke off.
One called Dan Stupid. One
it said,
said,
fuck me on the radio.
Palomino, good luck, Dan.
That's what it did. So please let me know what I'm doing wrong for you to break off and let people that was holding somebody hostage to just let go, because your pride you don't want somebody to be above you to help you, to supervise you. Pride is what's gonna get people killed, Dark. Just let you know.
No, I completely agree. I mean, listen, I hate breaking anybody off anything. I mean, we had that whole situation with Pred, right? Remember that up at Sandy Motel,
yep.
And he got broke? Listen, I don't like it the best of times. I think this whole situation's been made a mountain out of a molehill, unfortunately. What I'd love to know, I'll be honest, is why this is even being enforced in the first place. Which no one seems to know why.
Like I said, you gotta talk. That's out of my. You know what I'm saying? That's out of my pay grade. So you gotta talk to.
Have your high
HC.
command not told you why this is being enforced?
Listen, like I told you, Dark, I'm not one of these pussies that's gonna ask a question about every fucking thing that gets told. It's an SOP that got put up by my high command. I say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Do my job.
It's pretty blatant, no?
It's very clear. There's nothing too much. I don't care to ask. Like, it's not my job. My job is not to ask all these extra questions about how I feel about this, how I feel about that. I'm gonna do my fucking job.
Can I just say one piece?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question first. Then, when you've got a suspect running away from a shooting and you shoot them in the back, why do you do that? What gives you the legal reason?
Flame felon.
Okay, what's the legal reason to do that?
What do you mean legal? What do you mean legal reason to do that?
What's the case law?
Garner.
Right. So what did that come from? Right. It was a case law, right? So you know where that came from. A case law. So you know what to do. You know the SOP and how to do it, and you know the reason you can do it because it was a case law, right? So you know that you can enforce it, but you don't know the reason. So you just don't care about the reason why this has come into play? I think that's a little bit sly, I'll be honest. I don't think that's very fair.
Wait, you're telling me it's not fair that I what's not fair?
What I'm saying is, I think that it's an unfair way of thinking that you are basically ignoring, like you're not asking a question because you don't want to ask the question. You don't want to ask why it's being enforced.
No, that's the you see this is the problem with a lot of people these days, this day and age. We got it too good. That's what it is. If it's the law, right? If it's the law, right? And you're being told to do it, right, by your superiors. You're being told to do it by your superiors. It's the law. It's justified. It's you're being told by your superior. What am I sitting there and asking about feelings for? Once again, we might be two different people, Dark. You might care why, you know what I'm saying, all this, you know, back in how the tree grew. I don't give a fuck. If I need to cut that bitch down, I'm cutting it down. We're cut from two different fabrics.
Right. Okay.
Could I just say one thing? The reason it's there is because in legislation there's no rank. It doesn't define a rank that can, like, take over a scene. But in the SOPs, it says the seniors. It's protecting unqualified officers from taking over scenes they shouldn't be.
No, I agree with you.
That's why the SOP is being enforced.
No. I agree. I understand why the SOP is there. I don't understand personally why the SOP was made 2 months later after that legislation, and it's only now being enforced.
That's what I'm saying, Dark. But that's not our. You know what I'm saying? That's not our jobs. Our job is to listen to our high command.
I think there was an incident with Carmine that he took over.
Even beyond that, none of that matters. It's just it's what we're being told. It's not illegal. It's just marshals see it. You guys see there's nothing illegal about it. It's good. I'm not asking any questions. I'm doing my job. My job is to do the job.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I disagree, but you know, we're gonna disagree on some things. Well, like I said, I'll make note of this report that you gave me, and we'll start, you know, like we said in the announcement that Anna made, we'll start organizing any kind of complaints or any kind of incidences where things are going wrong across the borders, and we'll start having a look, and you know, I'll have a look into this BCSO pulling off things. You know, my personal recommendation is if you are gonna take over control of scenes, to, you know, if they are going to continue pulling off scenes, to make sure you're not losing suspects, I'd attach first and then take over the scene. so that if they are continuing to like pull off scenes, you know, to the dereliction of their duties, that you don't lose the suspects if they are going to continue to do that. I'd say
I mean,
wait.
either way, we have the 3-on-1 now, so don't worry, we'll be 3-on-1, and hopefully there's you know, I'm kind of glad you're back also. You'll see the bullshit that's happening with these situations.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously, if there's a lot of, is there a lot of like, because I know Miller was saying about they were calling you an idiot or something or whatever that
Oh
was.
yeah, they said fuck me on the radio, just blatantly in front on the radio. I will never respond back. I don't do that shit. I'm not a hypocrite to what I preach. I would never be unprofessional on the radio. I don't ever curse anybody out. I'll give them a call before I do that. But yeah, once again, and this is probably going to be a whole, it's Denzel Shiesty's fault bullshit. And I just want to see how much bias is within everybody, to be honest with you.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, that doesn't sound great about, you know, radio stuff. That's pretty bad. Okay, all right, yeah, leave it with me then. I listen, I appreciate your honesty, man.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, take it easy.
Doc.
Bye bye. All right, let's get out of here. Well.
Told you there was drama.
Listen, it finds me no matter where I am.
I felt like he was holding back some information.
No, 100%. He didn't like the way that I wasn't really agreeing with him either.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what he said, and like they shouldn't pull off.
Yeah, I agree.
Without anyone being there, but taking over something when you're not even there to take it over doesn't make any sense to me personally.
Seems ridiculous, I'll be honest. It's just
I'm curious to know if BCSO also takes over scenes in the same manner, and maybe they're just being paid, and then one person started it, and then another reciprocated, and then the other person says, "Well, look, they're doing it as well," and then it's just
it just sounds like a bunch of childish bullshit. I'll be honest. What I might start doing if I'm around, I might let one or two of these incidences happen, right? Just to let them happen so I can make note of them. And then if I'm around and they start happening, if I hear like someone take over a scene, I'm just going to say state marshals are taking over the scene. And then I'm just going to reinstate whoever was originally in charge of the scene as my person that I want leading the scene while staying in like command of the scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, state master's in control of the scene. Like, let's say, I don't know, Den's got a scene and he goes to the county, and no, let's say, I don't know, give me someone from the county. I don't know. Cassidy's got a scene. He comes down into the city, and Den's like, I've got the scene. I'm gonna like, nope, state master's got the scene. Cassidy, carry on. I might just start doing that if I'm on radio.
Interesting.
That's what. Yeah, I might just start doing that.
I think it'd be interesting to let a scenario play out like one of the, as you're saying, and then
we got to see it happen, right?
Don't let anyone know you're listening, and then wait for someone to be like, this thing happened. Then hear from both sides and see what they say about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Listen to the whole thing. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Who's skewing the truth and stuff.
You've got to see it happen for yourself, and then hear from both sides.
Yeah.
That would be in direct conflict with the Constitution? No, it wouldn't. State marshals have jurisdiction everywhere, and I would just be appointing somebody to run the scene from the ground while I run it from somewhere else. That'd be it. Just like if someone's in Air 1, they can be like, I've done it before when I'm in Air 1. I'll be like, you run the scene from the ground, and I'll run it from the air. You have like a second in command. You just make someone your second in command, and they do most of the shit. And then if they need someone to do the overall commands, then I'm still in command. Because the marshals, yeah, state authority. All right, we're going to make a report. Why isn't Anna or Daisy exercising it? I don't know. I haven't been around. This is fucking spicy tea. I'll be honest. This is spicy as fuck. That's great. But it's also one of these stories that needs to be like carefully wrapped up in a certain amount of time. Otherwise it's gonna snowball. State Marshal report. Jurisdiction drama. Call it a master doc. Right. Have you made a report before, Clay?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead
Right.
in the report I've just made, jurisdiction drama master doc. Go ahead and reference that incident that then referenced the 9919. Have you referenced the report before?
Yes, I believe so.
Doc, what the fuck is that spelling? Did I spell it wrong? Jurisdiction?
I hope.
Oh, fuck. It's with the D. Oopsies.
Okay, just to check which way around. Do I assign it? So I'm on the master drama doc, right?
Yeah, go to
From there, do I
references.
assign? Yeah, and then just create one.
Go to
Incident.
references, go to incident, and then put the number in and then click create.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, simple. Yeah, I had that. I was just wondering if I had to go on that report and then link it the other, like the opposite way around. Oh. Good. It should be there, I hope.
Give me a mo. I'm just gonna get my report template up.
My MDT is incredibly slow.
Yeah, that'll happen. Following on from the marshal announcement on reporting jurisdiction issues. Yep. Jurisdiction issues. Document is being created to document any report or incident. Okay, we can do the 11th, 10th. Like 12 and yes. What time is it? UTC? Like 12. No, 14. And what's your call sign?
010 or 010. I might be behind you.
Been pulling off of calls that have passed into city limits and has then taken over a scene lead. Claims that criminals have been escaping because of it. The specific incident in question, he took over the scene before he and any LSPD units were attached. And so when the BCSO units broke off, no units were there to pursue the criminal vehicle. He said Angel had suggested posting on the docket for dereliction. Richard Dog speaking.
Hello, this is Charlie speaking and
Hello,
calling
Charlie.
you. I texted you. Could you respond, please?
Okay, sorry. You want me to respond now instead of... Okay.
Read my message. I'm staying on the line.
Let's have a look. Are you aware the Pipsqueak Caucus aired a few days ago? Which one?
I don't know. So basically, I came up to Pipsqueak and they attempted to tow my police vehicle when I was trying to pull them over for traffic violation.
All right.
At the moment, they refused and they fled the police. But then officers on duty told me that they could be on bail. I'm unaware of that because it's not saying anything on their profile because it's the one from a few months ago. Like they were on bail or something a few months ago for another situation. And that's the only information I got there. And someone checked the docket, and there was not really any information about it. So, like, wasn't there like a court case like 2 days ago?
There was. Let me double check. I think there might have been a murder case. Hold on.
I don't know, maybe. But I was just wondering if that person was still on bail currently. Is if so, we arrested them yesterday. So do you want to check it out and give me a call later?
Yeah, what I'll do is, because I don't know the details, I'll email the rest of the marshals and ask to see if Pip is still on bail, and then I'll get back to you, all right?
Could you also verify if the information on their profile is still relevant since it was from a few months ago?
Of
Like if we
course.
can get that off, and is like I know that that was a big thing. Hold on, let me check real quick. I'll let you know. It's like all in yellow and it says like bail has been violating, check the docket. I think it's like from a long time ago.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that, Charlie.
Okay.
100%.
I'll be waiting your phone call, sir.
I don't know if they'll respond straight away, I'll be honest, but 100%,
That's
yeah.
unfortunate. Just text me. I'll
Okay,
try to
I'll
remember
text
to
you.
check
Yeah.
my message.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Leave it now. Does anyone know if Pip is on bail still? And if the bail of on a profile is correct? Of duty, but he said he is not that kind of person and doesn't want to go for their jobs. He also hasn't tapped them because they aren't his department. He also hasn't. He wants the marshals to slap them on the PP. Am I quoting this right? Can you check the report and just check that I put this quote correct?
Yeah, slap them on the PP.
Yeah, okay.
I'd just say PPs in the letters, but if you want to make it PEEPE, that's fine.
I think this is correct. Set it on the PP. I think with the hyphen in the middle. I think that's grammatically correct.
So.
Yeah.
Should I add up here the specific incident in question, the actual number as well?
No, because that wasn't that wasn't that one. I don't think. I don't think that was that
It was,
one.
wasn't it? Which says he took over the scene before any Ellis.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was saying that he took lead, and then as soon as he took lead, the LSPD, the BCSO units broke off.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe,
I think
yeah.
it was that one. And they said good luck and swore at him or something. I think that was all one thing. I'm gonna read the incident and see.
He didn't really confirm whether it was the same. Well, no, because they've got suspects in custody here, and he said they got away. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, because
Let me read Den's thing.
I mean, he says before any units were attached, like Austin Bean's statement says, white Vigir on scene, 2 guys with guns, they left, went south, then took over, Bean left. So. Shiesty incorrectly charged the suspects, one of the statements says as well. As a side note.
No, this isn't the same one, because if you look at Shiesty's like statement, he was on the chase and maintained visual and everything. So this is a separate incident. Yeah, separate incident.
I mean, the incident does show it's a very good case study on the pettiness, it seems like. So,
Yeah. But I think this is all a bit childish, I'll be honest.
yeah.
And said he had already spoken. About the problems with BCSO, but he felt that she was leaning towards that's biased towards BCSO. What else do you think is important that she was just noting here? He gave us an incident.
I mean, he mentioned the TRT thing. I don't know if that's relevant to
Yeah.
these direct incidents. And that BCSO pulled off, BCSO, like Command pulled off BCSO TRT members, so he couldn't do any of his operations, which probably contributed to pettiness. I'm not sure if he said BCSO took over scenes that came from LSPD.
He did say that, yeah, and he said that the LSPD had no issues, right?
And they, that they just joined and would help with them. But I guess it'd be good to try and get an incident number in which that happened, to prove his case, right? Instead of just what he says.
And has stated that the reason for him taking over calls for the past week is because under Sheriff Cassidy said that the NBCSO would be picking and choosing which requests they would be responding to. Also, how the sheriff allowed a vote to happen within the BCSO to if they should respond to 77s, then does not like this and so is responding but by taking over scenes because he can. Doc questioned him on if he feels like the BCSO could not handle the calls. He thinks they are.
I mean, he said he doesn't question SOPs. I don't know how relevant that is, but probably not that relevant to this drama.
Yeah.
I wish there was like a collapse thing you could do on these in these reports. That'd be great.
Anything else?
Not that I can, not that I can see.
I'm sure I remember some other stuff, but for now, I think that's fine. Have you referenced that report?
Should be there. On the side, I hope.
Look, and when Ben also said Dakota broke ordered members of TRT and his unit back to the county so that they could not participate in a TRT operation. All right. Okay. If you want anything else, I'm not opposed to it. But for now, that's fine. We just keep log of everything that we speak to people about, and we can I'll be honest, if this gets busy, we'll probably make sub reports and do it like that instead because this is already pretty
Yeah.
busy.
Stinky.
Oh my
It's long,
god,
man.
Nova! I'm literally just about to get out of here, but it's good to hear you.
About to get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
What do you mean get out of here? It's not like you got, diapers to deal with or anything. What the hell, Richard? Where's the commitment?
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm
Oh
gonna
my
go.
God. This is like prime. This is like the era of Richard Dark policing right now.
I
And
know.
you're missing it all.
Listen, no,
You're
I
missing
just got.
it all, Richard.
We just got some big tea. We just got some big tea dumps, and it was fantastic, wasn't it, Clay?
Big T.
Yeah, big tea from Dan. He said that Anna was biased to BCSO. Yeah, it was. We just made a report about it, so.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, this whole BCSO LSPD jurisdiction is it's quite a messy mess pot.
Well, but just before you go, did you hear about the Marcus Wade incident?
When he killed a cop.
Yeah, in Mission Row in front of me.
Yeah, is he still suspended instead of fired?
His trial's today.
Oh, it is? Okay, all right.
So what
If
you
he
should do is
doesn't-
you should wipe that. You should get those, those things dealt with, and then you should wake back up.
I'll see what I can do. If he doesn't get fired, that's crazy. If he gets found guilty and he's not fired.
He was. So I think Peters jumped the gun and fired him, and then it was revoked because he was suspended until the court case, right? Which is probably right.
Moss has got some issues, man. Wow.
No, I don't disagree, but I think for formality, it's suspended until court case, right?
Yeah, but
Until the
he killed
verdict.
somebody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's voted or not. He still killed a cop. He still killed a fellow police officer.
Well, I mean, he's still got his defense. You can't rule it out. But I agree with the suspending until. What? Well, you can't do anything anyway. It's technically the same fucking thing.
It's criminal versus it's versus employment. Let's not get into that argument. I haven't got time to get into that argument right now. Okay,
Right, you go do your
good to see you. Okay,
and make sure you're awake later.
I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Good to
That
see you.
means
Good,
no. I
good
already know
work
you do
today,
well.
Clay. Yeah.
All right. How you been around? How long you been around, Clay? That's a big shift. Okay. All right. Well, you missed a lot. You going off shift? All right. Is it just us?
All right, chat. I'll be back tomorrow.
No,
Wait,
Anna?
tomorrow? Yeah, I'm good tomorrow.
No, Anna.
I'll be here
what a
tomorrow.
Bitch. What an absolute
Goodbye, guys. I
bitch.
gotta go look after baby Sock. I will
No,
see you
she's a
guys
bitch.
tomorrow
She can
for
wake up when
some
she
probably,
wants,
hopefully, some
okay?
more tea. You should peep Meech's title. I will do that. See you guys tomorrow. Love you all. Bye bye.